crazy
Yeah.
opening weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the
Yeah, you
Las
can't say
Vegas
that.
Raiders.
You can't cuss. You can't say nigga. You can't do shit.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports.
We got you out for a whole week.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this home. And they'll get
Yep.
it down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result.
Playing this
He opted
little
for the
man
touchdown.
league game. Still play on finish. You get that MLB? Wayne said he got it earlier.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They got some Negro League shit. That shit hard.
Terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think as a statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflection.
Shit just started.
Pinch it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down. I guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Yeah, so you got to go to work at 5, so he probably sleep.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage of that part of the field, that, like you said, it worked.
Yeah.
He is out of bounds inside the 35.
Play the guy there. You already hit.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Steps away. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there.
Probably ain't got enough badges to get to tier 3 then.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Washington.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now Howell. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They go play action with Howell. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Raiders 0.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down, Howell back to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's
ain't no fucking way.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Howell on the QB sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Howell, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL?
Oh, my God. Niggas feeling terrible, bro.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. The way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the 1st half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the 1st half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy
I'm in the 2nd.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here,
that's caught inside the 20.
That's good.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to it quickly and holding them to a short gain.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
It's probably because you're downloading MLB, too.
It's the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Yeah, could be that.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Powell. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. On 1st down, Howell. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Off play action. It's Howell. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, Howell to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 28 yards. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Slide for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 28, Raiders 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got him in, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, it's going to be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it can change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. One last shot before the break. Howell. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Throw to St. Brown, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
They say it's ready, but it'll be a whole like another download they do.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game.
And the Commanders first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Robinson up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third down, Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10.
Like, 15 minutes.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Let's pass
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up where the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Raiders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Howell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
1st and goal, Washington.
They'll run with Robinson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
And now here is another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing here, Howell. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Howell's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Faking the handoff. Howell. It's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Joey Slye for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 66, Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. And my goodness, another interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Looking for
I don't even know. I just play a simulation. I don't really remember.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
My game over with.
Howell to the air on first and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
On the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Howell sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown, Washington.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Picks up the squib kick near the 31. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the...
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.